he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. Hey Mekci.
Hello. Welcome. Come on, gather around.
I love it. Yeah. So,
Nanu, everyone.
Yeah,
Jogu.
Nanu. Hey James. I was thinking of you earlier, James, when I was setting this up, and I thought, oh, wonder if he'll be sleeping. Roll up.
No, he was busy schooling me on religion and, laws.
Religions and which?
And laws.
And laws.
Yeah, in different countries.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
James
is a good person to pick brains with,
I know, right? I know. Very seldom does he not know a bunch about one of the cases. I always like his view.
Scottish people have nothing to do but read. Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Oh, I was unmuted. I'm joking.
I was just listening to the Murder Sheet podcast. Yeah, they had talked to Keegan Kline again now that he's been sentenced.
So is this like a new interview that they did with him?
Yeah, since he's been sentenced.
I didn't look at it, but I saw something about him blaming his dad.
Pretty much.
Is that what he did?
Well, that's pretty much what he's been doing the whole time. Without saying his name, he says it pretty much the whole time. But he just doesn't bring up the name, and he still didn't bring up the name. But he makes it obvious as to who he's talking about.
I just don't know how to feel about him anymore. Because, when we had the transcripts to some of his interviews that he did with detectives when they were questioning him about Delphi and a whole bunch of other things. And one of the things he mentioned was going to Las Vegas.
Right.
And the cops were like, well, when you went to Las Vegas on those dates, like you were in contact with so-and-so and so-and-so. And he was like, no, that wasn't me.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, if it wasn't you, who was it? And they're like, well, it could have been my dad or his friend that met up with us. And they're like, who's his friend? And like he named him, but it's redacted.
Okay.
I just feel like it's
either that's what he said.
He blaming someone or
yeah. He said they know who it is. I've said it to them a lot of times. He said I'm not going to say anything right now because I don't want to ruin his life. It's like okay, so he's willing to if what you're saying is true, that means that he was perfectly willing to let you. So why wouldn't you defend yourself?
There's got to be something there. I mean, you can't Like, if me and you were interviewed and we just started throwing out names, being like, oh, well, this person over here did this, this, and that. Obviously, cops are going to go in and look at it. I would hope that they would, look into it somewhat.
Yeah.
So they must not either have anything on his dad or he's full of shite.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to listen to that. I highly recommend it. I believed very little of what he said.
Yeah.
And it was almost obvious, and it's like, okay, I'm going to have to look at that paperwork again because I don't think that's what he said.
I should have waterboarded him.
Oh my God. Hey, Shauna. Yeah. Oh my. So Rex, I spelled his name wrong. Rex Hueurmann.
What's a sketty? Making sketty. Oh, spaghetti? Is that what that is? Sketty?
Sketty.
Is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
spaghetti?
That's what I would think. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Rex Hueurmann had his court appearance today. So I've got a little bit as far as that goes set up. I don't know. That guy looks, nothing like that interview that I probably got cautioned about.
Is that what it was? Dude, I went and looked.
Figure it out.
Tried to I wasn't like just watching the whole video, but I sped through it looking at what you're pulling up, and
yeah,
I didn't see no A&E unless they're claiming things that are on other people's freaking channels. Like, I don't know. That was weird.
Hey there, Mom. Good to see you, friend.
Hi, Eminem.
How is Mr. Mom doing?
Doing his own laundry. That's what the hell he's doing. Get him to work. Shit. You've been laying around too long. Get to work. Do your laundry.
Oh my goodness. So what I did see on Rex, the pictures, and he looks scary. I would not. Oh, can you imagine? Like, I look at that face and I think, okay, those people would have seen an angry Rex, and imagine what his face looked like. Like, it's just been, oh, hey, that's great to hear.
Yeah. You can definitely see the difference.
Oh, I'm glad he's doing well. Yeah, I think about you pretty much every day. I mean, that's just damn scary. My dad was killed in a motor vehicle accident when I was 18. So, I mean, it's scary, scary.
I'm just glad that he's awake. He is coherent. He is
so lucky.
Speaking. Like, that's a blessing, I know it's going to be a long road of recovery, but
oh my goodness,
like a blessing already,
Oh yeah, it's better than permanently horizontal.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm grateful for you both. So yeah, Rex, damn scary. So I've got that, and then his family. Oh my God, my heart just breaks for them.
Yeah, that statement she made about them crying themselves to sleep was.
Yeah, and I mean, have you seen the pictures?
I did, but I don't know if I believe that really. Like,
the pictures of the inside of the house?
Some of those pictures of the inside of the house had boxes that had evidence tape on them, and I'm like, they just left boxes with.
I don't think that's the case. They probably used it just to seal the box up. Close it up, seal it, because it's probably, that's my thoughts.
Huh.
because I can't see. I mean, I can't see her having that kind of tape around. So that's my
right.
thought.
Like you can't just get that anywhere. You can't go to Walmart and buy evidence tape, you know.
So I'm thinking, yeah, that maybe that just for some reason may have sealed it. I don't know. That's the only thing I can
I
come
don't
up
know.
with.
Like I find that almost rude, to be honest.
Yep. I
Like
find the way they left that house, okay, what
if
I
that's
was
how they
thinking,
left it, like if that's really how they left it, that's
that's not
really
surprising to
rude.
me. Yeah.
Really rude.
Yeah. Yeah. Duct tape would have been appropriate, right, James?
Right? Like if you just wanted to seal the box, get some fucking
Yeah.
sorry,
And
get
yeah,
some freaking
I love it though.
packing
I
tape,
love
you
it.
know?
Now he wants the duck tape.
The duct Amazon maybe. Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
duct
I mean, I'm
tape.
not gonna lie. I
The
own a
duck.
couple of like orange
Yeah.
cones.
Amazon. Yeah, duct tape. That's good. Yeah, Amazon. Nothing would surprise me with that, let me tell you. If I had the most bizarre stuff on there.
Can you
Oh my
imagine?
God.
Do you remember that guy that I was like we talked about? He was considered the Amazon review Cheerio. He was leaving reviews on Amazon about products like a knife or like an axe or like
Yeah.
I could imagine this like Rex doing that. And he was like, this duct tape was fantastic.
Right.
Oh my goodness. I know it's not funny, but it's like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
these guys are like wild. Like some of the stuff that they do
But
is
I'm
really
not
wild.
surprised because they had to go through everything and they do not clean up after themselves. They just don't.
That's
And
probably
to me,
why I wouldn't be able to have a job like that because I feel so bad. I'd be like, guys, are we not gonna like put this back where we found it? I would be so annoyed. I'd be. I couldn't do it.
yeah, it's horrible. Like I'm thinking about them because she walks into that house, duct tape and beer cans, been fixing vehicles in Kentucky for years. Love it. What?
I'm a fan of
One
zip
of-
ties myself, to be honest. That's how I fixed my gear shift on my Pontiac.
Yeah, what did they used to call that? The silver. We used to call it 100-mile-an-hour tape because you could fix the
Are you
truck
talking about
back
the
then.
hose clamps?
No, the tape that's silver and it's got
That's
the
duct
threads
tape.
through it. It's like, yeah.
Metal shiny tape. What is that? That's duct tape, isn't it?
Yeah, you could fix everything with that stuff back then. But yeah, that house, to me, it's like, okay, they're victimized by what he has done. Like, what? And then they don't have anything. They have nothing. All she has is that house. That's it. That's all. That's everything. And you walk in there and it looks like that.
Yeah.
You
That'd
know?
be hard for me to. I would break down because
Yeah.
I'm already
It's no
going
wonder
through
she was.
a huge emotional stress, right? You just found out your husband and father of your father is accused of these things, and then
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah.
your life's torn apart, and then you walk into your home and your home's torn apart. That's
And literally torn apart,
overwhelming.
not just a little bit. But they had to go through it. But you know what? I really think that, can't they be responsible for some kind of cleanup after that happens? Like this family, the son's like mentally handicapped. He's,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a good person to help working. Are you serious, James, with this? That's horrible. Where, what, who, what, where, when, why? Yeah, net worth 7 million. And she's out on her butt. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, freaking real. But I think you and I were talking about this, Mekci. They freeze everything. So even if she was, and I doubt she was, named as like it's all frozen. Even if it was like a
all
joint
of his
account or something.
assets are frozen, all of them, everything, even that condo that's like under her name or they share a name with, frozen because his name's on it. She can't sell anything. She can't move anything. She can't do
Yeah.
nothing.
So if there is the GoFundMe, I'm going to find it and I will add it to the description down below. Thanks, Mom. That's awesome. Not available to get his money. Yeah. I can't help it. It's like, oh my God. That first day, she had just seen that house. I wondered I guess I only heard part of it when she said something about what I seen. I thought she was talking about photos or something, but she was talking about the inside of that house. And it's like, oh my word. Oh
Was
my.
she though? Because I mean, she said that like way before, like right when he was arrested. I don't think they had seen the inside of the house because they spent 13 days there, like 12 days there. They weren't even
No,
around.
no, when that day when they were walking up to the house
Yeah.
and they were filmed and they went in and then they came back out and they sat on that deck and they kind of looked into the garage and stuff like that.
That's kind of how I felt moving my friend this weekend, walking in her house. I was like, dude, seriously. You've done
Oh, are you serious? Whoa.
Yeah, that guy I was talking about. Yeah, one of there was a survivor that they found in one of his shipping containers on the property.
Oh, I have to. This is the first I've heard about this.
I'll send you the guy's name after we're done here. Yeah.
Nice. Oh my God. Not nice, but I mean, thank you. And oh my God. That is something else. Oh my God. I'm kind of shocked. She is one lucky kid. That's a little too close for comfort. Already in the barrel?
Well, it was a shipping container. I mean, still uncomfortable because it was dark and she was trained up, but
Sea can type thing?
yeah.
That type of thing, like a sea can?
The shipping containers, like that they use like on ships to ship cargo.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
The big rectangular ones.
Yeah, we call them sea cans, but
Sea
that doesn't
can.
mean that's
Sea
cans. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We use them a lot in different like oil field and what have you.
Yeah. Those things.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Cole Pepper. He was a property developer. Oh my goodness. And do you know what? I'm going to have to do something about these suitcases because it's getting out of hand.
You're like dead set on doing it. You're like, I'm starting a petition.
Yeah, it's like someone was just found. One person was found in 3 more suitcases.
Carry-ons only, people. Carry-ons only.
Oh no! Don't do it. I'm gonna see if in merch I can find like duffel bags or something because I'll save a nation.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's bad out there. It's bad.
Freaking suitcases ruining the world.
It totally like what? Okay, so let's take a look at this, friend. So, yeah, this is a New York Post. They are in the description. Gilgo Beach suspect Rex Hueurmann's wife breaks silence. My children cry themselves to sleep. So I think this is their first day there. So, yeah, of course I got it muted. Let's go back.
Miss Ellerup, yes. Want to take pictures? Go ahead. I got over the hurdle of what I saw.
I got over the hurdle.
But want to take pictures? I understand. I was talking to one of your friends.
So, yeah. Unreal. The estranged wife of accused Gilgo Beach Cheerio Rex Hueurmann said her 2 children cried themselves to sleep following his shocking arrest, and their Long Island home has been left a complete wreck inside. So, in an exclusive interview with the Post, Asa Elrup, 59, said she's been full of anxiety after investigators spent 12 days ripping up her Massapequa Park home in search of evidence in the alleged slayings. The damage is so bad, she said, she doesn't even have a bed to sleep in. I woke up in the middle of the night shivering, still shocked, she said, and anxiety. My children cry themselves to sleep. I mean, they're not children, they're grown adults, but they're my children. And my son has developmental disabilities, and he cried himself to sleep. She continued about the emotional toll the stunning case has had on her kids. Well, the son and daughter. Asked what she meant, Elrup's lawyer, Bob Mastonio, chimed in. She meant that what they've done to them and the family is not even human. They were just complete animals. They treated them like animals. Elrup said that even though the house seems unlivable, it's the only thing I've got. We did get another chair out from the basement and upstairs so me and my son can sit and talk. He's so distraught he doesn't understand, and as a mother I have no answers for him.
That one really breaks my heart because I think there was a video when they first came back to the house where they showed him like crying, like he put his hand over his eyes and he was like crying, and I was like, man, I felt so bad because I'd heard out like, and I don't know how true it is, but I heard that he had some mental disability, I guess.
Yeah, that's what she was saying.
I don't know what the proper thing is, but
no, I'm looking at the counters and stuff. Like that house looks clean, like it was clean.
I don't know. That's like
it looks like she kept a clean house.
What is that? What is that yellow tape? Like, I don't understand why.
I think they're just boxes to throw stuff in. I really do.
Why would they do that and then not?
Because that's what they do.
Take
Isn't it horrible? I mean, it's horrible.
So freaking rude. Like, I know, and that's
look at the
not
tub.
Their job, but like that's just there's roller skates. There's roller skates right there.
Sir. And down on this one. Yeah, there's the evidence tape you were talking about. And yeah, I think they were just using it I think they just used it to close a box. So she said, we're together. That's really what matters right now. And you and me are sitting here together and we will get through this. Yeah. So it says her special needs son, Christopher Sheridan, 33, and her 26-year-old daughter, Victoria Hueurmann, were suddenly forced out of their ranch-style home after the hulking architect was arrested on July 13th with 3 grisly cold cases. Melissa Bartholomew, Maureen Bernard Barnes, Amberlynn Costello, Megan Waterman.
I just really have a hard time believing that like CI would come in there and do something like that.
That's what they do.
Like I feel like me, because you know I'm a little obsessive, right? Like it's a CI
Did you think they
person,
fixed it afterwards?
You would want to do things a certain way meticulously.
They probably
and then keep them meticulously in the same way. I just don't. Why? I don't think that they would just pile a whole bunch of this stuff like that. Like I almost feel like
they
maybe
do.
Them
They
two,
do, Fran.
like him, Rex, and his wife, are possibly a little bit of hoarders. I don't know.
It's happening,
but I think that all of that mess is not entirely CI. I don't.
It will be, friend. Like I know it seems shocking, but it's far from the first time. Actually, let's ask actually the chat. So just out of curious, I'm curious, guys. From what you know, is this what they do as they're going through a crime scene? And is this how they leave it? Let me know what you guys think or know, because
do a poll. Do a poll.
The FBI took the Unabomber entire home into a courtroom, the whole cabin. I remember that.
Yeah, they took the whole freaking thing. They moved it into a whole warehouse. Yeah.
I remember it too, actually. It was just that little shack that he had built.
And like, that's kind of where I'm getting at. Like, do I believe the question still stands for the chat, right? Like, I don't believe that. I do believe they make a mess, right? I do.
Yeah, they leave a mess.
From what I think, they do make a mess. Do I think they would?
They do, friend.
Kind of thing. I don't know, because me, and I'm just talking about me. I don't know about everybody else. I don't know how.
But you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be doing that on one of their jobs, though, because that is not how they do it.
I would be like, because if he's considered a Cheerio, right? He's a SK, right?
Yeah. They got what they wanted. They've got what they wanted.
Wanting to grab everything from like a certain shelf and then put it in a box and label it top shelf 1 from this cabinet, because I would want to swab every single freaking thing, because if he's supposed to be an SK, I want to know, like, if these girls were really in that home, did they touch anything? Is there DNA?
They kept saying in the interviews that their house was extremely cluttered. Maybe that's what they meant.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know.
Yes, they leave a mess. They're not responsible for the
pickup,
cleanup. And yet they leave a mess.
And if they break down doors and walls, that's on you. Right?
They leave it.
Yeah,
they do. I mean, even look at Harmony Montgomery. I mean, that place was empty, but look at they ripped that place apart. And I imagine, I don't even know if house insurance would cover this stuff.
And this might not be a good example, but you know that the guy in Oklahoma, Jesse, was it Jesse McFadden? Where, I mean, he took his whole family, pretty much, his stepchildren, his wife, his kids.
They didn't do anything.
And when they walked into that house, it didn't really look like that. But that's possibly, and like I said, it's probably a bad example, because they really didn't do anything.
No, they were beyond negligent.
Yeah, they were really bad.
This is what they do.
That's what they should do.
Like, do you remember with Michael Vaughn? They dug up that house that Wandress was staying in.
Yeah, but I don't know how the inside of their house. Did they even go through the inside of their house?
I don't know. I just watched the back.
Yeah.
I just watched them rip that down. And literally, they don't fix it. They just go in there and rip it up.
It's not their. I think they ask you to like fill out forms and like send it to the state for a replacement or something.
not a clue what
ridiculous
they
like
do.
that. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah, not a clue. And it is amazing and it is shocking. But it's the way it's always been. I've never known anything different.
Yeah.
I've just never known
And I
anything
get that.
different.
And I've seen it like that, like where they do make a mess. I've just never seen
There's more evidence boxes out there.
it like that. Like why? It's almost like why wouldn't you just take all of it? Like just
Because
take
they
all
were
of it.
just throwing stuff that they were going through into boxes. The bathroom there was full.
Yeah,
That one box,
obviously all
that
of
was
like bathroom
all
products.
the. Yeah, one box was just full of bathroom stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're just using whatever they've got. I mean, black garbage bags. That's not what you would think of as far as evidence collection either, but that's what they've done. So they'll probably, I mean, maybe they'll swab stuff once it gets there. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I mean, I will say this. I honestly, and like all the time that I've looked at stuff, I've never seen anything different. But with that said, that doesn't mean that there's not some place out there that cleans up after themselves. I can't say that for sure.
Well, maybe if there isn't, maybe we there should be
That's my thoughts.
these kind of services for families, you know? I know me and you talked about it on the other side.
Pardon me?
I know me and you have talked about like services like that on the other side, like when something happens in your home. Yeah. And sometimes families are the ones that are left to.
Oh, they're left traumatized. They searched inside the house too. Fruitland is amazing. Monkey is my boy. Is one of my first missing cases, and Brandy is my first mom I bonded with. You know what? That family is like in my heart. I didn't get to know Brandy. I talked to her once or twice. I think you and I know somebody. Know of somebody. I won't say know somebody. Know of somebody over there on that one platform that likes to attack families. And I seen this person going after Brandy, and oh my God. Yeah.
Like both of them, her and her husband.
Like the tape that block off doors with crime scene must be good for boxing too.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like disappointing, and a person doesn't want to think that that's the way it is. But I mean, like I said, I can't say that it's the same everywhere, but from whatever I've ever seen, that's just how I've seen it. But it would be nice if somebody else had like a little nicer way to deal with some of these families. Chunks of alleged Gilgo Beach unaliver bathrooms were ripped out as part of the cops' nearly 2 weeks search of this Long Island home, as the strange wife revealed Monday. Photos exclusively obtained by the Post show a piece of the bathtub cut out, as well as most of the tiled flooring missing in Hueurmann's dilapidated Massapequa Park ranch-style home. Hueurmann's wife, Asa Ellerup, 59, returned to the family home with her children last week after cops wrapped up their search into the grisly 13-year-old. And said that her bathroom is now in parts and the rest of the house was left in shambles. They cut up the bathtub because it's vinyl or whatever plastic they got. And I got a toilet that I can flush, but the floor is ripped up. Ellerup and her 2 children, Christopher Sheridan, 33, with special needs, and daughter Victoria Hueurmann, 26, were kicked out of their house after the Cheerio was busted on the 13th. Oh, hello. Oh, sorry. See, that just looks like Yeah, that just
I
looks
just
like
feel like that's kind of dumb
wrong.
because, like, it would have just taken like a little bit of easy detective work to look up plans for that house or how that house looked before. 'Cause,
Yeah, that would be nice.
you would be able to tell if the tub was replaced or if the floor was. Why would you, I just can't? I don't even know why they did that.
Yeah.
Unless there was something on the floor that they had to take up the tile for.
Well, they were because they wanted to see if there was anything under the
Right.
floor. So that's why they rip it up. And same thing, they must have thought that something happened in the tub and they were looking for some kind of seepage. Like they
Yeah.
definitely had reasons for doing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they didn't just do it to be assholes,
But
but
this right here,
I know.
is that how they just would do like, I mean, I guess, like, if they're just like, "Oh, done with this box," and then just throw it in a corner.
Oh yeah, they don't care. That's their job
Um,
isn't to clean it up. You damn FBI. Clean up after yourself. Well, hello, Copper Horse.
and the blue star was
Yeah. Yeah, they cut up the tub. Oh, that would make sense. Oh, yeah, the blue star must have said, take me, take me. Yeah, think about Harmony case. The tub drains, pieces of the wall, paneling. A lot of the home was cut out and taken. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, it's really crappy. And I wish it wasn't so. Because I mean, you watch this family and it hurts your heart to see what they have to deal with while trying to adjust that daddy was a Cheerio.
Not fun.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, I couldn't imagine having to. I mean, I think my heart would stop, like right from the get-go. Hubby's a Cheerio. Yeah. There, I'd be done with it. I'm not cleaning nothing. I'm done. I think my heart would stop.
I
You
would,
know, I'd be shocked.
if I was in a relationship with someone for that long and I realized that they were something completely different than what I thought,
Mm-hmm.
that would, I think, be a complete breakage of my mind. Like, I would just be like, that's it. I'm gonna go live in the woods, gonna go live in a cave, be naked and afraid. I don't even care. Because obviously I have no idea what I'm doing in life. That's how I would feel. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing, obviously. I don't know how to pick people or
I think,
judgments are
we go
completely
through
wrong.
that. But once you start getting abused, your mind doesn't allow you to think it's possible.
Right. No, I
to get
I
out.
understand that. And I'm sure that he
Hey,
was
Ken. Yeah,
abusive
you get
mentally.
pretty
For sure. I'm not
trapped.
sure about physically, but mentally for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, looking for biomaterial. But damn, that makes their life more traumatic. I would never be able to sleep in that house. It would freak me out, and I'd lay there wondering, did they miss a foot or something? Right? Ah, hey, Wolfie. Oh, yeah, he's innocent too, Wolfie. Oh my word. Yeah, I'd be off to Iceland and probably. Yeah.
I'm sure that's exactly where they want to be right now.
Yeah.
But their passports have been taken.
See, everything. I mean,
I'm sure that's exactly where they would have wanted to go back. Because I'm sure she probably has family there. Or some sort of support system. Something away from here that she can go to.
Right?
And she can't.
We were just
It sucks.
on Long Island last week, and the subject was the headline on the local papers. Yeah, it's the saddest thing ever. Oh, and it does. Like, what did they say? They've got something like 8 terabytes, or I don't know how much that is, but it sounds like lots. 8 terabytes of information.
It's like me telling you, you need more sticks.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
What?
But you need more sticks.
Play the drums. Yeah, it is so sad. So far, we have no evidence that he unalived anyone in that house. At least there were no. Exactly, Ken. Exactly. Yeah. He took them somewhere private to do what he had to do. That took some time.
James, welcome to America. Nothing's unconstitutional here.
So, yeah, that surprised me too, that the family can't even have their passports.
It's
Like,
because they can't really say that they're like not ruled out yet.
even though they're saying they're not ruled out yet.
Well, they
Or
said
they are ruled out.
The wife was. They said the wife was. And I'm sure the kids
No.
are probably ruled out by like age.
Well, yeah, they were in Iceland
But
with her.
I think once they go, and it's probably going to take them forever, to whatever they found in the house, once they go through it, if they don't find anything that says, and obviously the family's DNA will probably be on it. But
yeah, and they were all in Iceland. They were all there. He was the only one,
and they know that. They just, I think, want to make sure because they're weird. I don't know what the cops are doing, but I'm sure that they have a reason for it. They did it for a reason. I can't explain it, but
I'm with James. No, for sure not, friend. But it's like James says, like, that's how I look at it. Totally unconstitutional. You know, like this would be too much for me. Like, I give her credit for using.
You know, they want you where they can get to you easily.
It is not something.
It's a shame. I know, but that's.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm as shocked about that as you are about the way they leave a house.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm equally shocked about that. It's just that I can kind of see reasonings for, like, they do this. Just, I think a lot of the time it's because you're part of the investigation. You're crucial to information that you might not know that you have or know. So they want to keep you around at easy access. If you're in Iceland, I don't know what the laws in Iceland are, but they might not be able to get you back from there.
Yeah. It's the most bizarre thing. Like, it's learning. This is my first well, it's not my first deep dive. It's my first time going step through step this close with a Cheerio, live and in color. Do you know what I mean? I'm usually, up until I started this, I didn't know where to look for all the information. I would have to go strictly on what I read. And I mean, every single one that I've ever studied, I mean, it's deep dives. Are you getting dry lightning, friend? So yeah, it's not far from my first deep diver. I don't know what I was trying, I wasn't explaining that right. Just, I have not, while I've streamed, I have not had something like this. I mean, I think, when's the last one? BTK or Green River? I think it was a Green River was the last one. Or was it the Unabomber? Which was the last one that, well, was he considered mass or serial? I think serial. They sure do cause fires. Hopefully they've been getting lots of rain out that way. Yeah, that's what I think. No, do you know the last deep dive I took was probably Tupac Shakur, because I remember getting on the computer and printing out like, oh my God, I was buying new printers, not new ink. Yeah. Yeah, hella bad. And then what would Koberger would be considered mass? Jazzy. He's mass, not
Assuming
serial.
he doesn't have other ones under his belt.
This is true. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bubbly spot. And then Greenland freezes. It's the most bizarre thing.
I learned that from the Mighty Ducks. Disney
Mighty-
is great. I'm going to say that. I'm a Disney kid.
Yeah. So Rex Hueurmann back in court as wife says children cry themselves to sleep. Okay. I'm going to be so careful because Jasmine, really? Say no. Just say no. Accused Gilgo Beach serial. Yeah, Rex Hueurmann is back in court. So this is due. So that is not good for us. We need was, not is going to be. He's innocent. That's what it is. Oh, my word. Oh, that's a thought. Okay, go. Go. That's enough. Both y'all. Oh, my word. They're like right underneath me. Go.
Right, Wolfie. And I know that that's like a state road, like state or
Go.
highway. So, like, state police are there, like highway patrol is there patrolling it. And then there's night fishers. There's like a whole parking lot full of people that go night fishing there. So it is traveled through even at night. That road is.
Yeah, just not much, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it was back like in the early 2000s, but from the information that I know of what's there, and like it's not so desolate. Like there is cars coming by. Maybe not like highway speed, but
How often do you get a chance to go out there, Wolfie? It seems like more just a few steps off the road. He had darkened vehicle with lights off, so he may have been able to pull over for a minute. Yeah, I was watching something today and they were talking about this and the possibility of getting in there with a boat, and they're like, it's not so much.
well,
That's the thing. Yeah,
that
probably
is
not.
a possibility depending, right? But also the fact that these girls, he's 6'4", probably 200 plus pounds. These girls weighed 100 minus pounds. He could have easily just picked them up, and compared to how far they were found from the road, which wasn't far at all, he more than likely literally like tossed them.
Well, I
they weren't
don't think
buried,
they
they
could
were
be
just
tossed
that
because of the
guy.
brush.
I think that guy could do it.
Well, no, it's not so much the distance. It's they'd bounce off a tree. Like they had to be carried in there.
It's
I mean,
brush, though. It's not so
it's
much
pretty.
like big brush, like big branches. It's bush almost. Like you could walk through it. It's going to
Okay.
be annoying and difficult, but
Yeah, but you
you
can't toss
could
a person through
you
it.
could if it was heavy enough because it would just fall over all of that weight. You could. It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Did you
Walking through
grow
it though, he would have poison ivy and a whole bunch of other shit.
once a year we visit family. We swam. Where's Smith Point? Is that kind of the same beach? Yeah, it does look beautiful. It does. Yeah, that's what I think too. Wouldn't have been anything for Manasai to check a lady over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes. Wouldn't take long. You could probably see car lights from miles away. Oh, that's the thing, because it'd bounce off that water too, right? Yeah. Yeah. Apart from the Cheerios, crooked cops, and dodgy doctors. Well, and that's not far from Amityville. So they had Amityville horror to deal with that area as well. James. Mekci, you can't throw a body too far. Yet the perfect vacation spot. Though, like honestly, that water does look quite appealing on the other side. Oh, okay. We went to the TW8 Flight 800 Memorial looking at it. It's kind of far from Gilgo, but very similar. Oh, that would be so awesome, dandy. Wouldn't that be good if Ramsland would write a book on this guy if he's guilty? Mm-hmm. She is a smart cookie, that one. Have you seen interviews she's been giving, Mekci?
Who?
Catherine Lamsund?
No, I haven't watched anything. I've been busy this weekend, right? I've done no internet, no nothing. Like,
no, I don't know when. I don't know when she was talking. Like, I don't know how long ago she was giving her interviews. I've watched a couple. I've seen her on one show.
No, I haven't seen anything, to be honest.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you have
was
been
working on that
really
map, and then I was
busy.
busy doing other things this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, super
I looked at
busy.
anything.
Yeah. No, I don't know when some of this stuff came out because I was on an Aileen Wuornos deep dive. There's another one that I have deep dived many, many, many times, and she would be considered a Cheerio, but I started studying her like at the time the stuff was happening.
Aileen.
Swam in the water was beautiful. Yeah, Aileen Wuornos.
I think I called him Mr. Ballin. Did a story on her, and I think, if I remember it correctly, like a father and son had stopped at like a gas station. She had like approached them, and they like kind of dodged her.
Who did?
A father and son, like,
yeah,
at a gas station to Eileen. Eileen approached them at a gas station and was like asking for a ride, like her typical like kind of MO.
Yeah, yeah.
And they dodged her. And then a couple hours later, they heard about someone down the road.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Not so hilarious, but kind of good.
Well, yeah, it's like,
hilarious.
oh my God. Yeah, well, I think it's, not hilarious for the person that.
No, I understand what you're saying, because you're just kind of like, wow, didn't I freaking skate away from that one? Like,
oh my God, right? Oh my goodness.
She would have been I can't imagine. I've never seen the movie Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that?
On Ayla Mornos?
Yeah. Have you
Yep.
seen it? You've seen it? Was it good?
Yeah. Yeah, it
I've
was
never
good.
seen it. I've never seen
Yeah.
it. I don't plan on.
I thought Charlize Theron played her, and I thought she did a really, really good
I'm
job.
impressed because, again, I've never watched it. I'll never watch it, but
Mm-hmm.
I do know Charlize Theron played that role, and I was actually really impressed that
Oh,
she
yeah.
committed to it. She gained the weight. She did a whole bunch of things
Oh,
to
she did.
unbelievable. Yeah.
She did. Debbie Harry. Yeah, that's spooky. That's damn spooky. Bundy. Unreal.
Who's Debbie Harry? The
Yeah.
blondie?
Blondie's Debbie Harry, the singer. Debbie Harry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
So Gilgo Beach unaliver suspect Rex Hueurmann makes second court appearance as lawyer insists he's innocent. Hueurmann will return back to court in Riverhead, Long Island at 2 p.m. Okay, what? So
You guys caught this guy on an actual Google photo, like a Google Maps photo.
I
Did you
seen
see
that.
I was like, can you imagine, like, if he has, like, if he was really done the things that he's accused of, and he had maybe like a victim that got away, and just maybe never said anything, because of their job, right? And they're obsessive like we are, and just go around looking at maps.
Oh, right.
And they'd be like, "That's him, right there."
Oh, yeah. I mean, some people find the most amazing things.
They do.
It's like, wow. So, hey, look he is wearing a suit.
He looks so angry.
Oh, yeah. He's lost some weight. But we were
Already?
talking about oh, yeah, that's what they're saying. I mean, I would imagine. I would imagine.
Even Google captured it.
Disheveled and appeared as though he'd lost some weight as he stood before the judge in Riverhead, Long Island. The courtroom was packed with media and families, and some of the women the family of some of the women he's accused of unaliving. The judge banned the release of 4 2-terabyte hard drives of evidence, which has been handed to attorneys and investigators, which will not become public. Oh, he does look mad.
He's mad about the pizza crust. I should have eaten the whole thing.
Pizzagate. It was the pizza. Damn crusts. Anyways, the crusty Cheerio.
His face is just so different from that interview that he does where he's talking about his job to this. It's complete. It's like almost 2 different people. Like,
I agree.
for me, I still make the same faces, like whether I'm mad or happy. Like, I'm still kind of the same person. This guy really looks like a completely different person.
Oh, he does.
From that interview.
He does. Jasmine, stop. You will get nothing. Oh my God. Jazzy. So, speaking outside the courtroom afterwards, his attorney, Michael Brown, sparred with the media and insisted on his innocence. He told me he didn't do this, he said, before bemoaning the size of the evidence file and how long it'll take to go
do it,
through.
guys. Let's go home. Let's call it a day. Let everyone go. Vamos. Day over. Mission accomplished.
The DA has a whole office. I'm just one guy. So no, you should be getting the same kind of
I think
woman
this guy is
as
a
Ann Taylor.
private. No, I think this guy is a private attorney. That's why he's saying he's one guy. This guy might be his own personal attorney.
That could be. Well, shit. Get the government's defense because
Right.
this
Dump your
isn't worth it.
freaking personal attorney and get the state's attorney.
Yeah, no, go get the state's attorney if they're getting Ann Taylor's and you're getting Buddy here. Like, come on. Something's not right there. So just to pour through the discovery is an enormous task, but we're going to do it. We're prepared to do it. Whether it's 1 year or a year and a half, whether that day comes, we're looking forward to defending this case, he said, adding that he would try to have the trial moved to Suffolk County. The case is one we're going to try in the courtroom. The press has convicted my client without a shred of evidence.
Oh, the DNA is in evidence? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Let's just go ahead and throw that out because obviously that means nothing.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, we don't have your wife's hair either. What do we know?
Oh, my God. He's so big, even Google captured him.
Dude, you know what I mean? Isn't that hilarious?
Oh my God.
I would have been even more awesome if they caught him actually making a phone call on a burn. Like if he was just like sitting on the corner making a phone call.
Right? Oh my God. Oh my God. The attorney seemed like kind of a nice, tough guy. I wonder if he is high-end attorney. I hope so, Wolfie. Like, I mean, if Koberger's getting them, like, what the hell? You know, let's just get this crap ass
Yeah.
attorney because
Why do I want to pay millions of dollars for a personal attorney when I could just get the state? All my money is frozen. I have no money.
right? Yeah. So how does that work?
I need a state defense attorney, please.
Yeah. Who RA? Dandy. I'm joking. No idea.
Do we know if it
could be because
if his family was there? I mean, I know his wife probably wouldn't be there, but like, was his daughter there?
For some reason, I think his wife was there, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I think we're going to have to poll the audience because what do you guys, is that what you heard?
I haven't heard anything about. I'm taking the week off. I don't know if you know this. I'm taking the week off from everything.
You're going to get off the internet for a week? Back into.
Not really. I can't get off the internet, but
yeah, you're going to stop the true crime stuff for a week or so?
No, not necessarily. I'm just not going to do anything for the rest of the week.
Okay.
Not doing any research, no deep dives, no mapping, no nothing.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm just going to chill. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, works for me. Absolutely, friend. I can't stop, but I don't have a full-time job either.
Well, I can't stop either. I still do these things. I don't want to.
Oh, can you imagine OJ's team, what they would have cost? Oh, you don't want to stream?
Huh?
No streaming this week?
What do you mean? You're streaming.
No, this week. Did you need a break from?
No, I just mean like from any
diving.
I don't want to use brain cells.
No brain cells this week. I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
I don't.
So, yeah, I think that's a good question, Mom. If your money is frozen, do you get a public defender? Or,
That's
I
what I
mean,
was wondering.
yeah, pretender. I mean, defender. Exactly. Yeah, right? I don't know how that would work. Yeah, I'd want Johnny Cochran. Damn, he was good.
Oh, I need brain cells for that? No, I don't want to do that. No, I stay, Dandy. I stay. Thank you, Will. Thank you for the offer. I'll have to politely decline.
We decline. Continue reading. What a mess.
Johnny Cochran.
Oh, yeah. That's back in the day, he was a man. So,
Johnny.
Ray Tierney.
Yes, that's what I need. Recliner, mojitos.
There you go. Yes.
$1 billion.
You got like the very nice recliners too.
And a pool boy.
And a
That's what
pool
I
boy.
need.
Yeah. Yeah. A cabana boy.
Yes. I just
A little
wanted to see him in
cabana
a
boy.
song.
Just for a little while. Speaking outside the court afterwards, Suffolk County DA Ray Tierney described the scale of the investigation and size of the evidence pile. This is a 13-year-old case, so we have a great deal of information, evidence, photographs, and reports to provide. We've begun this process. It's 8 gigabytes. Is that a lot? Like, that sounds like a lot. I said terabytes. It's gigabytes. So they say, which is a tremendous amount. We're going to continue to do this on a rolling basis. This is a massive amount of information. And we know that Rex Hueurmann is charged with the death of Melissa Barthelemy, Megan Waterman, and Amber Lynn Costello, who disappeared in 2009, 2010. I did read today that they were saying in Atlantic City that there's no connection.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. How did they determine that? Do we just,
Who knows?
or they just did? They just did.
I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
No idea.
Me either. Me either.
It's kind of like
So-
how they said that, what's that guy's name? Kopaka
Right.
and Moscow. Like, as soon as it happened, they're like, it's not related. You're like, really?
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
know? Can you explain? Because we'd like to know.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
the dog being
Yeah.
skinned.
What
They're like,
about
it's not
the
connected.
dog?
I'm like, how do we know? Can you please?
That's very well said, because how
Oh.
do we know?
Can you please tell us how you know it's not connected? Because I want to learn things. I'd like to know.
Yeah. Right. Right. Oh my God. I'm trying to see if I can find anything about whether or not Asa was there today. My couch was completely shredded. I don't even know if there's any parts to the couch. She said her 2 adult children who also, crying themselves to sleep. Yeah. He was ordered jail without the possibility. Prosecutors say they have mounted evidence against Hueurmann that includes DNA. Hueurmann's wife, attorney, confirmed that they had been speaking. I believe there has been contact, but you have to realize any phone calls are recorded out of the facility. So she has been talking with him. She's been it's been very basic phone calls. Everything's recorded. She's not to discuss anything, and nor does his attorney want him discussing anything about the allegations. For weeks, research and forensic teams tore through every inch of the small house in the yard in Massapequa Park. She came home to complete destruction of her family residence where she lived and raised the children. Everything in the house was turned upside down. Dresser drawers were emptied out. The bathtub, which was a vinyl tub, was actually cut open. Floors were ripped up. The couches and mattresses have been removed, and just piles and piles of debris were left everywhere in the residence, and where you barely had walking space to get into the house. They haven't even had the opportunity to go through all the items that the way it's been left. So they're taking time to do it as we speak. He confirmed that she has filed for divorce, but said it was to protect herself. It just means you anticipates there may be lawsuits, there may be financial situations or she arises in. She needs to focus on her children and herself moving forward. The criminal trial could take 2 to 3 years to play out, and she sees it on moving on with her life and her children's life. And however it works out, she'll deal with it at the time.
Mm.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. Let's get me. Will Smith said it perfectly in Men in Black. Get an interior decorator. Because damn. Get this.
Damn.
Buy yourself a nice dress. Go on a date. Live your life, girl, because you need to move on. You need to move on.
Whoa. Unreal. Oh, yeah. It'll be interesting. I don't know what'll end up with that.
Good night.
Good night, James. Have a great sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. Catch you tomorrow, friend.
Drink that scotch.
Oh, my goodness. It's late. Yeah, +6, right?
+6. I don't think James works, to be honest. I don't think he does. I don't know if James is really in Scotland or not.
Maybe he's independently wealthy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you invest with Trump, I mean, he must be, right? Sorry, let's not talk about James behind his back. Okay?
Let's see here.
Bye, Whoopi. Have a good night.
Thanks for being here. Your input is always appreciated, friend.
I also need to see his kilt. I do. You know what makes me mad about these commercials is those games do not exist. I've looked for them.
You're talking about 13 years worth of investigation. So it is, I'm not going to speak for defense counsel, but suffice to say, it is a massive amount of material.
Oh, not there.
He's had contact with his wife, yes.
Has she visited?
And family members. I don't think she's visited.
What? So yeah, looks like she has not. Okay.
Yes.
They don't exist. That's amazing. Chilly gaze as prosecutors dumped a massive amount of evidence on his lap. Suffolk County prosecutor said in a brief court appearance it was just the beginning of what promises to be a lengthy criminal case, with Hueurmann's lawyer handed 8 terabytes of evidence to review. So it says that they began the process of turning everything over, and it will be continuing on a rolling basis. 13 years of paperwork. Hueurmann, an architect from Massapequa Park, was arrested on July 13th outside his Midtown Manhattan offices and is being held at the Suffolk County Jail without bail. Facing a judge for the second time in the case Tuesday, the hulking suspect, his hair matted down, at one point scanned the audience with an icy stare. He didn't speak during the proceedings. to which he wore a blue shirt, black jacket, and pair of khaki pants with grenade pockets. How appropriate. And his hands handcuffed to the front.
What are grenade
yeah.
pockets? Are those hammer
Don't know.
holders?
I don't know.
What are grenade pockets?
I don't know. That I don't.
Like carpenter
Ooh.
pants?
It's a good question. Unbelievable. Like you were saying, this look versus those interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
He looks like a different person.
truly.
Completely different person.
He truly does. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, that just freaks me out. Just those eyes. Those eyes.
Yeah.
Though Hueurmann's wife, Asa Ellerup, who said she was shocked by his arrest and since filed for divorce, was not among those in the audience. But she got a new cartoon magazine. Superman
She's
comic book.
weird. That's official. That's weird.
Yeah, she seems to be right into these comics, right? Doesn't she
Which
go
is
to all sorts of...
fine, but like, why are you advertising? Is that for sale? Because that's probably like a good addition. Like,
I hope not. I think that she's lost enough.
that's just really weird. Like, you know, I don't know. I guess everybody is different. Everyone is different, like the way they deal with things. Like, I would not be out in public. I would not be out of the house. I would
Yeah.
not be anywhere
Yeah.
near there, actually. I would have been
Yeah.
gone.
I don't think that they've got the option of going somewhere, though, friend. I really don't.
He's a collector as well. That's very interesting. And I said as well. I don't know why I said that,
But yeah, and I don't know. Yeah, everybody's got their own kind of thing.
yeah. And I'm not hating against that. I just find it weird.
Just a different kind of,
that you're
different hobby. I wonder if they're worth money.
No,
Is that what it
not,
is? Or?
It's not. No, they are worth money. Those
Okay.
things are worth money. And I'm not
Okay.
hating on her
No.
hobby. It's the fact that she's
just out in public.
She's in the limelight right now, and she's outside showing like a comic book. Like, hey, like when she was literally like, I don't talk to me. I don't want anything from you, kind of thing. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
No.
Mops and buckets.
You're not
and
weird.
chairs.
That's not.
Okay, so he said that he's going to Tierney said he will prosecute the case himself. Outside the courthouse, defense attorney Michael Brown urged the public to not prematurely judge his client. The press has convicted my client without seeing a shred of evidence, Brown said. He doesn't stand a chance with the press, and we're not going to try the case in the press. It's a gate.
I'm catching a lot of things in that. I'm not hating that she's a collector or that she has a hobby. It's the fact that she's in the limelight and doing that. Like,
you know what I find interesting?
It is what I find weird.
One of the interviews that was given was from one of the girls that worked with Rex, like worked for Rex. Mm-hmm. And she had said that all the girls were small, kind of built like his. But then she said at one point, she said, we all knew he had a family in Massapequa, but he never talked about them. Mm-hmm. So does that mean that they knew the daughter or they didn't?
She worked there.
Yeah, I just found that almost like we knew he had a family there, but he never talked about them. So it almost to me was like, I thought it made it sound like they might not have known her.
Or that was his daughter.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's really strange.
Yeah, it was just a thought. It's just the way she said it. It was, okay, he's back in court on September 27th. Let's see if I can't write this down without losing it. September 27th. It probably won't show it either.
Yeah, probably can. It's just, and I'm not, it's just me like thinking out loud. I still find it weird. I just still find it weird that for a person that is in that kind of limelight to continue to give something to people, for people to talk about, after she said that she didn't want to be talked about, is strange. I have nothing against comic books. I'm a collector myself of a lot of things, but
I can't imagine.
it's strange.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just strange to me.
I can't imagine how violated she feels. That's kind of the thoughts that I'm having, like thinking about somebody going through all of my stuff.
But yeah,
Like
if she feels that, again, like if she feels that violated, but you're sitting out in the front porch showing people what it is that you're doing, and
there is a possibility, like on the other side, there is a possibility that she got something delivered and they asked what she got.
But why would you want to entertain people like that? You know?
Well, I think she's already resigned herself.
Over it? Like, you think she's going through a thing?
She's not going to fight it.
Over it.
Yeah, take a picture, do what you have to do. I think in my mind, I'm wondering if it's a possibility that they caught the delivery and someone's just like, well, what'd you get?
I just know, again, I know everyone does or handles things differently. That's just not the way that I would be. Like, I would be an absolute recluse. Like, don't look at me. Like, I'm not, you can be in my front door all day, every day, but I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not going to do that. Like, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
And maybe
probably
this is
easier on her health than yelling at them like she was. It's probably just easier on her health even. She has a shit ton to worry about. Like yeah. I think if I was going to pick my battles, fighting them would not be my battle.
But that's also like, that's you exposing yourself more to people, isn't you? That shouldn't be like you resigning. You should also double down and be like, hey, I know this is happening and I know you want your story, but
meantime, let's bring in
I'm not going to deal with this. I'm not going to have my kids deal with this either. And I'm just going to stay away from it. You don't want to give people more to talk about. That's just kind of how I feel. I know. I wonder
how depressing it would be sitting in that house, though.
Yeah, that's
right.
Dude, I wouldn't even be able to sit in that house is the thing. Like,
but I don't think they have an option. I
don't
think
they have an option. They don't. They lost their passports. They have no money. They don't have an option. And
so maybe they're just making up.
And it sucks to think that this is what she's resorting to. It's just like, hey, here, like, obviously you want all of my life. Here it is. But it shouldn't be like that. You don't have to do that. Like,
yeah. I think she was just showing them a comic book.
I know, but even that simplest thing is
makes you feel bad, makes you feel uncomfortable.
It's giving part of you, and you shouldn't have to do that. Like, if you resigned yourself to I guess this is what's going to happen. This is how it is. No, that's not how it has to be.
I don't think I wouldn't fight it either, though, friend. Mekci, I wouldn't fight it either. I mean, I would definitely show them my magazine.
It
Yeah,
does break
it's
my heart,
sad.
and I just wish that people
Yeah.
knew that you don't have to be like that. You can fight for yourself, and you
I
can be
don't
like,
think
"I'm not dealing with this. I'm not even gonna support
I
this.
don't
I'm
think
not
she
gonna
has a
help you
choice.
get a story. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna help you get a story out of me."
And
That's
then they'll
how I
start
would
banging
feel.
on the door like they did at the laundries.
That's when you call the cops because they can't walk onto your property.
They do though. Like they'll
That's when you call
look
the
what
cops.
they did with Quentin.
Yeah. But they can't
Like,
step onto your property. They can't.
but they
Like,
did. Like they did.
but
That's what I mean.
but I mean, you have options. Like, you can call the cops and be like, "Hey, these people are literally at my
Wonder if
front
they've got
door.
phones.
I've already told them to leave." They
Yeah,
have
I wonder
cell
if they have
phone. Well,
phones.
I know she has a cell phone because she
Does
went
she
and
have a
bought a
cell phone
burner
now?
phone. She went and
Good.
bought a burner phone
Good.
from that store. We have a picture
Good.
of it.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. I mean, at least some kind of link to her family, right?
Yeah. She needs something. I feel bad for all of it.
Voluminous amount of evidence. What was it saying up here? I was kind of scrolling while you were chit-chatting.
Sorry.
And no, that's okay. No, that's okay. We've all got like that's the thing. We've all got a different idea as to how a person would deal.
I just
We're
hate
all
that
different.
for her. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's heartbreaking.
and this is
But
the advice that I would give her. I'd be like, don't fucking deal with that. Like, don't.
mhm.
I just feel bad. Like, she
Yeah.
doesn't deserve that. Her family, her kids don't deserve that.
Well, at least they're not accusing her of being involved right now. At least they are just basically more interested in pictures of them, snapping pictures of them, snapping pictures of the house. At least they're not attacking her like I've seen them do in so many other cases. And hopefully it can stay that way. Allegedly lived a double life, and it's amazing how they can do that. Oh my word.
Those are facts too. Ashes to ashes.
And I haven't said this. I always forget. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe, like, and share. Yeah. Hey, Ashes to Ashes. Good to see you, friend. Yeah, the cops destroyed the house. Burke has to be connected. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cops are what they were crying about, not the media. Yeah.
But where are the cops now?
And that's a good question too, though. Ashes to Ashes. The wife complained about the house and didn't mention any sorrow for the victims. I haven't heard anything as far as that goes. No, I haven't.
That's kind of where some of my emotion comes from, on the fact that she's showing what she's showing. It's just a lot of things. I can't explain it, but that's part of the thing too. But maybe she's not saying anything because she can't admit that it's real yet, even though that
when police search, they always leave a mess. This is normal. They don't clean up. That's been my experience too.
We all know that they don't clean up. I just never have seen anything like that before. Like,
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
That kind of mess like that looks a little unreal.
Oh, I'd be in the nut house too, friend. I would be in the nut house too. I can't even imagine. Like, I honestly think I would be. I think if I found out and had to deal with what that wife and those kids have had to deal with, I honestly believe like I'd be flattened. I don't know how. I don't think I'd bounce back like she did.
I'd be destroyed. That's not like, that's me though. Like, I wouldn't entertain any of this. Like, I'd be in my house in the basement or at home with my parents, which live in a different state. I'd go home. She doesn't have that luxury right
No.
now, but that's where I would go. I would just go home and disappear.
It says here that the daughter who had worked at her father's architecture firm. So that one interview, that's just a little odd to me, but hey. Hueurmann's arrest, his family was booted from the house for 2 weeks.
And they took that whole front porch covering off, didn't they, too?
Oh, everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And then the backyard, like the furniture, all of it. Ellerup recalled her daughter saying that she feels not human living in the destruction left behind.
It sucks. But I mean, can we be honest? I know an apology would be nice, but like also she doesn't know what is true or not at the moment.
And she didn't do it.
And she didn't do anything, but does like an apology to the victim's family really sound legit right now? Like, I would want her to have some time and her family to have some time to actually process it and what's going on in their life, you know, before they actually
yeah.
And how do you even initiate that? You know, how do you initiate an apology to a victim?
Did they break that kid's guitar, Ken?
That's what they've been saying. Nothing, Ken. She really doesn't have anything to apologize for. I just know that a lot of times, like BK's daughter, for instance, and another Cheerio or SK has one of their daughters has gone out to the victim's family and apologized for what their father did. I don't know. Maybe it was like something for them to make peace with. I have no idea why. Sometimes that's good for people. I have no idea. I don't know why they would do that, why they would apologize for someone else's actions. But it happens. People feel responsible.
I couldn't imagine either. Yeah, I couldn't imagine either. Ugh. Yeah, just the reverberations are immense. You've got all these victims, and it's heartbreaking what has happened to these families, to these young ladies, to
everyone,
to
No,
everybody. Oh, I mean, and then what has happened to his own family.
Yeah.
I mean, he has destroyed so many people. If it is actually Rex that did this, I mean, I have to say that my opinions are, but yeah. Oh,
yeah, it's
doesn't he ashes to ashes? Oh,
he is scary. And
well,
I was gonna say,
they are like hostages.
They are, and that's exactly what this guy is accused of doing. When he called those family members, he called Melissa's sister and
called a couple families,
tortured her for 30-second calls, giving her little details.
That's what I think too. I think she, if anything, thought maybe he was seeing someone else.
Yeah, that's
where my head would go.
That's where anybody's.
Yeah. Not that hubby just
unalived
a bunch of working girls.
Like that. Because that's something that you grew to love. Why would you think of them like that? They're not capable of doing something like that. That's crazy. And then they are. and your whole world is shattered. So
Yeah. Beltane. I'm not sure what that is. Is that a place or?
Shanann, are you talking about Shanann Gilbert?
Mm-hmm.
Beltonel. I know she just appeared at that association place, whatever it's called. I would like to know that too, ashes to ashes, because
Oh my God, yeah.
that's sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many things in there that I'm like, I don't know. That's really sketchy.
Yep, it is. It's definitely bounces around my brain lots. I've been working on Rex's family tree. I'll get back on it again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll do some more tonight, but I'm back to, I think, as great grandparents now. I want to kind of see if I can find anything even close to what is wrong. See if there's anybody out there that maybe in history can explain this guy's brain. Is there somebody else that was doing the same thing? Did they get bonks on the heads? Are they missing something in their makeup?
You'd have to look up there if there's any like stories or news headlines on them too.
That all comes up for me.
I get news. Cool.
Oh
what
yeah.
the hell are you using? Jesus.
Ancestry, and I pay for the full thing. I don't get and yeah, I get newspaper from all over the world.
There was, yeah.
Yeah, there was reportedly. Yes.
Well, absolutely. That one girl that came forward said that she had been to a few parties like a year after Shanann had went missing with that guy there, that cop there. And
that Shannon was with Burke?
No. So like a year after Shanann had went missing, this other girl was there at a party because they were holding parties there with that cop there.
Thanks, Dandy. Yeah.
And he did some things, forced her to do something, and then threw money at her when he was done. He's not a nice guy.
Not at all. Not at all. POS. Thanks, Dandy. Yeah, that would be awesome. Burke, yeah, I did do, I think I did a live on him.
Yeah.
Because, a pretty disgusting individual. Pretty disgusting. And I'm not, in my personal opinion, I'm not convinced that he is relieved of suspicion in my mind. There's something wrong. There's something wrong somewhere with that dude. They all partied on Oak Island neighborhood. And talk like little mobsters.
And
well said, friend.
Like that theory that I had, like I've always said, I'm like, maybe there was a party and all these guys were there. Because weirdos hang out with weirdos. I don't know.
Yeah, you have mentioned that. We have talked about that. And I mean, we do know the population of that island or that inlet. And we know from, it's not Wolfie. Who is it that kind of grew up in that area? She said that it does get very, very quiet. Was it Wolfie?
It's he. Wolfie.
So, yeah. From what I can see, extremely barren. And there's like under 500 people that live on that whole stretch. So from my experience growing up in and around small towns most of my life, you can't see eyes in the darkness. Can't see in there. Eyes,
You can see it in
darkness.
their eyes.
You
Darkness.
can- oh, you can see. See, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you. So I don't know. It's just I don't put him out of it. I think that it's possible the dump spot for more than one
Dr. Defrib is
person.
possible too.
That's what I think. He's not out of the light in my eyes either. He's very suspicious. He still denies calling the family. I don't know.
Which
Very
later turned out to
bizarre.
be true that he did.
Mhm.
I find
Mhm.
the whole thing is weird to me with Shanann. I don't think I don't know. I don't know how I feel about her. I do think that something happened.
Yeah.
All I know is that I feel really upset about the fact that this guy, Pac,
Yep.
was supposed to be her business partner,
Mhm.
her safety, her everything,
Mhm.
and he
Mhm.
left her.
He sure did. He sure
He
did.
freaking left her and never said anything to her family.
Nope. No.
There's just
keep on driving.
I don't know. I guess just watch out who you think your friends are.
Well, I think he did that as I think he did that for more than one person. I think he had quite a few people he drove for. I think that was kind of what he did. He was like their bodyguard driver type thing.
But he had explained, like in a video, how they had worked for the same escort company. And when you work for a company, it's kind of safer because they screen the calls, they know who's calling, and
Oh, is that how they met? As
yeah,
working
and
for
if
like the same company or something at one
yeah,
time?
and if you don't come back, they immediately call the cops. So like
Mhm.
Pac and her used to work for that same company. He was a driver
Mhm.
and she was one of the girls. And they decided to cut out the middleman and go in it
Mhm.
together.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he literally called her his business partner. That was
Okay. See,
why would
I
you
didn't
leave
know that
her?
they I don't know. They say it was because she was calling the cops and that everybody else was
But
calling the
I
cops that he
mean,
decided to just leave. Like, hey, he didn't expect her to be dead, I don't think.
I guess I'm just disappointed at like humanity at that point.
Nature?
You know, maybe
Oh
I'm just
God,
like
yeah.
disappointed at a person. Like you really just
Oh
leave someone like that,
yeah. There, I
regardless
mean,
of what
people eat
trouble.
other people's faces.
Yeah,
So, I mean, the idea that one guy just leave his buddy because he didn't want to get picked up
I don't know. I
from the
just wouldn't
cops,
do
I
that.
can see
Like,
that pretty.
'cause even regardless of what trouble I would get into, I would not leave
Yeah,
someone out
he
there.
did.
Like,
Yeah.
I would not do
Mhm.
it. Like, I'm not.
Not built that way. Yeah. I can't say I would either, but I can say that it doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
In the call, she kept saying it wasn't me. I was lying. Like she knew about those. She knew something. Oh, really?
Well, I heard
I'm gonna
something
have to
about
listen
that
to that
Joseph
again.
Brewer guy, which I've only seen in one article, and I do not know how true that is. But if it is true, I find it really weird that he had her there.
There's something you heard about Joseph Brewer, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what'd you hear?
You already know because you read it yourself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not going to mention
Um,
it again because that's the only place I've seen it. So
yeah, yeah. You're talking about the one that says that the guy passed
that he
away?
he played for the other team.
Yeah, and that he played for the other team. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that one was him or not. I mean, no clue, but I'm leaning towards no.
Yeah, which isn't if it is true if he did play for the other team, right?
Mhm.
It's not weird to get someone like that if you have a certain fetish or kink. It's not weird, but usually that's not what they do. They would get
I
somebody of
remember
their
that.
own sex to do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did. That he was part of it. That's what she kept saying. You're part of it. You knew about this. Like,
I don't think that, in my mind, she doesn't fit what allegedly Rex Hueurmann has done. I think she's separate from that.
but I can't place Rex outside of that simply because one of
You
those
think he-
girls went missing 1 month after her.
Yeah.
So I can't say that he wasn't in the area, like
Oh, I'm sure he was
admiring his
around.
work or doing
Yeah.
whatever, and just came
I just
across
don't think
her.
she would have, if he just randomly ran into her, I just can't see her ending up with her jacket where it was and her where
Yeah,
she
her
was.
clothes being off, her pants being
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I don't understand why they kept that 911 call for so long. And I mean, let's face it, it's 21 minutes long and we've heard what? A minute?
Yeah,
2?
about no more than 3 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So God only knows what else is on there. Yeah, that's a good question as well. Oak Island. That family has been in New York State for, like, I'm back 3 or 4 generations right now.
Well, that house
Was
belonged
his mom's.
for how many years before he bought it? He's lived there his whole entire life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Oak Beach or Gilgo Beach is right there to him his
Yeah.
whole entire life.
Absolutely beautiful. Victims were absolutely beautiful people in life. They had a bad profession choice. And you know what? Addiction does some pretty shitty things. I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I have a
And
family member that's really badly addicted. I don't have contact with them, but I do know what it's done to his life, and it's very heartbreaking.
for one of them, and I can't remember, I'll find it, but the girl from Connecticut specifically had worked as an escort for a while and then gave it up.
Okay.
Nobody dreams to do
listen.
this in their life, right? Nobody is like, hey, my career is going to be this. Like, nobody wants that.
No.
But she had stopped doing that. And then she got like an eviction notice and she needed the money and decided, I'm going to go to New York and make some money. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just brutal. It's just brutal. And each one of them had addictions. They were all fighting some personal demons, and he was a weak man who went after what he considered weak women. Well, these women that he thought were nobodies are going to put him behind bars for the rest of his life. So who's the no good one? Like, what a POS. It's kicking people when they're down. I mean, just, oh my God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Dandy. I know what that, well, not my son, but very, 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 very close. And whoa, I don't think Shannon was related to Rex. Rex is a sadist and doesn't unalive quickly.
I don't think so.
He also needs to tie them up.
I don't think so either.
Mm.
But there's something about Shenan that's connected. I don't know. I don't think Rex did it. I was just throwing out theories, but
Yeah. That is weird.
we can't exclude her. Like there's something about her that
Oh yeah, well she didn't trip like and break her hyoid like
no.
yeah. Yeah, somehow they were able to he convinced her not to bring her phone. Like that blows me away.
It's really weird too because that's the one girl that had actually kind of screwed him the day prior. Why wouldn't you bring your phone?
Yeah.
Why would you be so convinced that did you feel guilty? Like, I don't know. That's going into like thinking of
Well, mind you, Rex, the bookworm look is a lot different than Rex. So if he was in there, big
Yes.
guy, but was looking all
You're right
like
about that. Like the guy that he looks like when he's talking about architecture and just
yeah,
like, oh, you're harmless.
yeah.
Somewhat.
So
I don't
if
know.
it's that
But,
guy, you're just gonna think dirt, 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 no problem.
but even him looks menacing to me. Like he's 6'4". Like
Yeah, that's the shortest
200
man in my family, though.
plus pounds. Like
My dad's
there's
bigger.
even in that interview, there's certain things that he says
I have two
and
dads.
how he does things that creep me out. Like,
Oh, that's true. No, those marshes are not that deep. They were saying at that time, just due to weather conditions and what have you, that ankle deep was at the most.
yeah, it's dry season. If you look at when they were taken or missing, it's all during the summer.
Yeah, she had those ends that came off at each side of that hyoid when they found it, and those things that snap off when you're choking, those snap off. And when they found that hyoid, they found it like that. So they were able to determine that this was in the second autopsy. The first one, the guy's just, oh yeah, gulp, gulp. It's like, no. His eyes do look black in some pictures. Yeah. They said that it has something. I mean, I learned something new. We learn something new every day. That those little hooky things at the back of your hyoid bone, they're not really connected to anything. They're just basically there to keep your tongue kind of like from falling down your throat. They don't have, they've got big jaw, little floating bone. Looks like a horseshoe with these little hooky things on the end. And when those little hookies are broken off, there's only one way to do that. And it's not easy. It takes pressure.
Throwing.
Yeah. 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 I think you might have something with that extra money. I mean, that might be enough to convince someone. I mean, especially if he jumps it up like $500 or something. And let's just hypothetically look at Bookworm Rex. That's okay. Walking out of the house, just friends. Getting pissed off when he gets into the car, but they didn't see this. Doot. And then he's like, okay, that wasn't very nice. Like freebie, I'll give you an extra 500 or something. Like, who knows?
I just, as an occupation,
remembering that allegedly she didn't take that phone, so something had to have been said.
this is something like a phone is your lifeline. As an occupation, you want to have some sort of backup. I know a lot of people didn't in the past, but now they do have some lifeline out into someone that knows.
Yeah.
If they had just, and like speaking about Amber Costello specifically,
Mm-hmm.
she had literally just screwed somebody out of money the day prior, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
guy calls you and is like, "Hey, you owe me. I get credit for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up with me." He's relentlessly texting her, and she doesn't take a phone with her. Like I would, like I know already that's caution. Like you just
But
screwed this
somehow,
guy the day
and somehow
prior. Like
she
why are you
left it.
going into that? Like
Yeah, and yet she did it, right?
unless she thought maybe he convinced her, like, "Hey, we can just do this like on this street. You're not gonna go far."
Mm-hmm.
And then once
So
she was in the
Bear.
vehicle, somehow like confined her and then took off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe we'll find out one day. I can't imagine.
I don't
So
know.
I have a
I don't know.
question. Bear, is that the one? Is that the guy that was in rehab for um a while, just as this was kind of going on, or is that the roomie? Very manipulative, John. Very.
Yeah. And then it's terrifying because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Oh, I've been fooled by the best.
I
It's
know, and
like,
we all
and they
have,
can look
but
at you. They can look you
when
straight in the eye,
we all have, but
and
when you have a job like that, don't you already like want to be on alert? And you've done something like that to a John, would you want to meet up with him the very next day?
and yet she did.
That's oh my goodness. I know she
So
did, but that's
which
like
one is that?
so
Which
insane.
which one is that? Ashes to Ashes? Is that the guy that was in rehab by chance? Or is that the great big roommate?
That's the guy. That's the one she's talking about. The one with the bigger guy.
The roommate?
Yeah, the bigger guy, not the smaller guy, the bigger one.
So the roommate guy, you mean? Because I
Yeah,
think they're
suppose
yeah,
that's
pardon me?
I suppose, yeah. Um,
Very manipulative, John. So I'm confused. Yeah, he
yeah,
went to
now I'm
rehab
confused
like the
too
night
because
before. Okay. So not like okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, I have seen an interview with him and it opened my eyes to a lot of different things. Yeah, he was there for a couple weeks, right? Okay.
I know you've told me about too. And I went on a whole rant about why the guy was
Smaller guy.
mad about his oh my god, his tip about the truck and the guy went unnoticed or nobody paid attention to it. I was like, why is he so mad about it? Like, did he not? Because you were telling me he was in rehab, and I was like, how does he even know about this?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
she's talking about the bigger guy was at the house, the smaller guy was at rehab.
So it was a good interview. Absolutely. It was worth watching. He had a really different perspective when it came to the whole thing. And he was not happy, especially with the sister Kim.
Yeah.
He was not overly happy
See,
with the treatment that Amber had been getting.
that's what I was confused about because he actually gave the tip to the sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he told. And the sister didn't relay it till after she was found. And
Yeah, she didn't relay it, did she?
after she was found, that's when everything got relayed to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other guy, yeah, he just said that he was kind of by the fridge or whatever, and he looked up and there was like, how did he put it? A mountain of a man or something on
Yeah,
the other
an
side.
ogre. Yeah,
Yeah.
an
You see,
ogre.
my dad, who raised me, was 6'6" and like 280 pounds. So Rex, I mean, he's the size of my little brother. So, it's like, now my brother is like a Harley riding guy with hair down to like his bottom of his back. He's not an architect, but I've never seen my brother have that total innocent face and then turn into a monster.
A completely different person.
No.
Because that's
no.
what I see with those two guys. Like the guy in the interview on YouTube
Yeah.
is a more rounder face, a little bit more joyful.
Yeah.
Someone you can approach. And then you see those
Didn't have the
pictures of him
Cheerio
once he's
effect.
in handcuffs. You're like, wow, that's
Oh, yeah.
it's a whole other
Right?
person. Doesn't
Yeah.
even look like him.
Yeah. Yeah. I was raised around all these big men, and I'm like 5'6". Right. Said he was big. Before we knew about Rex, Bear mentioned Rex, but didn't
Yeah.
know it was him. He said
He
he
gave
was
a pretty
big.
accurate description about him too. Really accurate description. Like gave his height. What he looked like, an ogre. He looked like an ogre. Big towering guy. He said he almost second guessed like chasing him out.
Oh, that could be. Sounded like Bear was afraid of him. Maybe Rex threatened Amber not to bring the phone. Maybe it was like, you owe me one real fast in the cat.
Yeah. And like I would think that maybe he's like, just meet me at the street. We can do this here. You can be on your way. That's the only way I would think. Like that occupation is already dangerous, right? Like you need
Well,
something
hell yeah.
to
Yeah.
something,
I mean,
right?
I mean, I'm not in that profession. And if I get a pizza delivered in the little town and I know you get to know everybody, I go out with my phone.
Dude, I leave my house and I tell someone that I'm leaving my house. Like I'm like, hey, I'm leaving.
Oh yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
here. I should
do
be
it for-
back by this time. Like,
Yep. Fair enough.
and that's
Especially
just
in the
me as
city.
a regular person. This is a dangerous occupation. And I'm not like,
Exactly.
you do what you got to do to survive. That's on you.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on that. And these girls are smart.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, I
do
don't-
this and they're smart about it. And there was something that was said to her that made her
Well said.
feel like
I agree,
this
Ken.
wasn't going to take long. It was going to be, she was close to home. She was safe. She was going to be good.
Yeah. 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 Well, I don't know if it'll ever come out, but I'll be interested to know what he said. You know, they say that these guys can be pretty charming, and
Yeah.
I mean, personally, he makes me want to barf in my mouth, but I mean, yeah, ew.
Yeah, I could see. And Ken, you are
What's the
right.
story?
A lot of other countries have legalized it for this specific reason.
Mhm.
They're
Mhm.
safe. They know who's coming in. They know who's coming out.
Absolutely.
They have their own rooms.
Yep. No, and the girls are all, I mean, they're tested, they're protected, they've got
Yeah.
doctors, they've
They
got,
clock in and clock out.
yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you bet, Ken. Absolutely. Yeah, that is actually another really good discussion that a person should have one day, is the legalizing of some things that need to be legalized, and maybe getting rid of a few things that are like, what the hell?
Well, I mean, we have to get real at some point. Some things are going to continue to happen.
Exactly.
And we just might as well make it
Keep everybody
safer
safe
for everyone.
Well, Look at what we've seen today that was like before the live. That
Oh
one
my
hospital is
god.
dumping patients off on a corner.
In
If they don't have
Kentucky.
Medicare,
If
they
they don't
get
if you ain't got money, did they even give them reasons? Guys, oh my goodness. This is
the
disgusting.
one
I was
person
crying.
said the one person said that yeah, they just brought me out here, and she said, but I'm homeless, and she said, and I'm starting to hurt, and I want to. So she made it sound like because she was homeless, she couldn't get.
That's what, yeah, like she said, she couldn't breathe. She had diabetes, and
Yeah, and
just,
COPD.
that's a bunch of shite. That's a bunch of shite because.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. So a lot of this other stuff, friend, we shouldn't be shocked by.
I know.
As to, whether someone's showing a magazine or not. There's a whole hospital full of people that know that seniors are getting dumped off by their own security on the corners when they cannot afford Medicare.
Well, that's a whole bunch of people that took an oath to say
Yeah,
that they would take care of
damn
anybody
straight.
and everyone that came in through their doors or whoever they encountered.
Damn straight.
And they're dumping them out the door.
Yeah. They are.
Like, her is different. She's a victim and she's putting herself out there. That's what I find weird is just the reaction of it. And that's on me.
Do you know how much shock that woman has to be in?
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's on me. I'm just taking it all in. I'm like,
yeah, like she
this is
would have
weird.
to be in complete shock. She's
Of
not
course she
thinking.
is.
She's just kind of like going through life.
Yeah.
She's trying to
She don't
breathe.
know.
and
No
trying
one knows how to hey, you just found out your husband's a
No, I actually think she's doing it smart.
What are you gonna do? No one has plans for that. No one knows how to deal with those
And
kind of
she's
things.
actually, now that with what she's doing, they're not terrorizing her. Not like they have. No, they don't seem to be. Like, she's got, like, they're out there, but they're not catcalling, they're not picketing, they're not screaming, they're not yelling. So, you know what I mean? So maybe. Yeah, and hospitals seem to be all about money right now. It's mortifying. Like,
That's how she deals with things. I'm not hating. Like, I'm just.
Pardon me?
If that's
Oh,
how
I
she
know you're
deals
not
with things, I'm
hating.
not hating. I'm just like,
No, I know you're not
it's
hating.
strange for me.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in so much shock that, I mean, I didn't know how to breathe. I didn't know how to nothing less devastating. Trust me, nothing less devastating.
Mhm.
But I've been in so much shock that it was like my brain went numb.
Yeah. I mean, we
I
all
don't know
think.
how else to. That's about the best I can describe it. It's
Well,
like
we all
it's like
sit
my.
around and think like, oh, if this happened, I would deal with this in this way. But you don't really know because that's never happened. So
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
Like when you get there, if that situation comes to play,
We don't want these situations. It's
no,
bad.
I don't want any of those situations. But
No.
who knows how anyone would react to them either.
I don't even know. I don't know. I think every person's different. Every situation's different.
Yep.
I hope so, ashes to ashes. I really hope so. You know, it would be the right thing.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a nice thing for them if that's how they left their home to put it back the way it was, but they didn't.
Yeah. I think even, I mean, mental health, everybody says, that
It's important.
it's important. And yet they'll do that. And
Yeah,
it's
at least
just
the
like,
state should offer them. The state
This is
should
just
offer them
bad.
housing, like put them in a hotel
Wouldn't that be nice?
for however long, they need it.
Oh, I bet ashes to ashes. Oh, yeah. I have massive problems with that kind of stuff too. I would have to just disconnect and continue walking.
Yeah, that's what looking at Ken's message, that's what Shanann allegedly was doing, was working that and going to school. They could make like $1,000 a day. It's easy
I keep
money.
thinking you're talking about Shanann Watts when you say Shanann.
Oh,
So
sorry.
no, that's okay. I mean, everybody's got
Bill
their yeah. No. It doesn't matter to me how anyone pronounces anything.
Well,
But I honestly have to say, I was looking up, I literally started looking up for conversation about the Watts case. And it does surprise me every once in a while, but it's nothing wrong with it at all. Lisa, Liza, Brenda, Barbara. It doesn't matter. But with Shanann, yes. See, with Shannon, she was planning on going to school, or had she started? Because that's what I think her mom said in an interview as well. Something about education. So, yeah. Let's see here. Anything else? I'm going to look up Bear and see if there's anything else on him. And I agree with you, ashes to ashes. I wish they'd be more transparent. Sometimes I think that we need I look at the Kohlberger case for an example, and I don't know. I get a little bit torn as to what can be released with right now, say Dylan and what's the roommate's name? Dylan and Bethany. And so I bounce back and forth. But I have to say, in most of the cases, I honestly think that they need to be more transparent, because the guessing games are immense. A person can have their opinions. They can have, we feel this way or we feel that way. But then the evidence comes out and it's like totally something out of left field. So it gives us, look at with Kohlberger, all the different theories that a person has come up with the Kohlberger cases.
Mhm.
We've had 1,000 different theories through a very short amount of time. He mentions Dave, Amber's sister's boyfriend, and his stories don't match up in that interview.
Who?
He mentions Dave, Amber's sister, and his stories don't match up in that interview. Birdie bedtime. So Bear mentions Dave, and this is Kim's boyfriend. Just so I'm trying to get the right person in my brain. And then the stories don't match up there. Do you know of 2 different interviews, Mekci?
This, I've seen a few different interviews where the stories are different. Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, that's why I don't.
So Bear and Dave's story don't match.
Yeah.
And Dave is Kim's boyfriend? See, I took Bear. I thought he was quite believable. but I don't know who's Dave. I don't know if I've seen Dave. Is Dave believable? Is he like, or is he shady like Kim, or do I not have it right? Mekci?
Yes,
know?
I'm here. Sorry, I was talking to my roomie.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Do you know, is Dave Kim's boyfriend?
Is Dave's Kim? You mean Amber?
Kim, no, Amber's sister Kim.
Oh, I don't know anything about.
So is that
her.
You don't know if that's Dave?
I thought there was 2 guys living with her. One of them is the big guy.
Dave. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that guy,
Big
the redhead guy. Yes.
Okay. And then there's Bear. Right. Okay. Gotcha. And they were all living together. Right. So Dave's stories don't match up.
No, they're different. In like different interviews, they're a little different.
Is Dave clean now?
He claims to be.
Is he? Yeah. Good. You see, I have been busy doing like I'm going to call her Arlene because of that other girl. Aileen's
Aileen Warnos.
Yeah, her deep dive. I haven't seen things for just a couple of days.
I'm looking at the info that I have on Amber. I never put down any names.
Okay.
Of people because I just went off the probable cause of it because
right.
A lot of the interviews are different, even with Pac, with not Hueurmann, the doctor. A lot of the interviews are different. Like they say different little details that.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I was just noticing, like I thought, oh yeah, notes. I looked over and yeah, Amber I think it was in one of the People articles said that she had actually negotiated a $1,500 date before she walked out of the house.
Yeah, that's what that guy was talking about. The right-handed guy, the big guy.
Okay.
He was there while she was having the conversation, and he was like, "Oh, I thought it was weird," and then he mentioned that he was like, "Hey, take the phone," because all of a sudden Amber is on, like, it uses his phone. She didn't have her own phone. She used his for calls. I don't know.
Okay.
Like all the stories are different, but he claims to have been there for this conversation.
Winter Brothers channel.
And this is what I was saying that I thought was really messed up because he was there the night before. He was the ruse. He's the guy. He was part of the scam. And you just let her walk out with the same guy? You just let her leave with the same guy. You think it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I just don't know how true that is. Like.
And this is Dave, right?
That's the redheaded guy. I don't know his name.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave.
Okay.
So you also heard about Oak Island man paid $1,500 too. Hey, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, hey? Okay.
These are supposed to be like wealthy guys. Like Joseph Brewer was like the guy that Shenyang went and met up with was a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
If that article's right.
Right. Hackett is a doctor. Rex is a architect guy, business guy.
Well, they're living in a gated community on like a rare stretch of like.
Sometimes creepers talk to each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm thinking that it's like a very, I don't know. I'm assuming it would be high real estate, like expensive real
Mhm.
estate to be on there. So I would think that they would either be retired or have very, very good jobs. I just, from the descriptions I've seen of Joseph Brewer in his house, it doesn't equate to what we've seen on that one article. So, yeah.
She
Oh,
was
does it
hustling.
ashes to ashes? Okay.
No, but I'll buy it. Is it on Amazon? Because I'll order it.
I'll check it out.
I love books.
Ah, high class. High
She
class.
was, because what was her name? Oh my gosh, I forgot Shanann's name. Shanann's mom name.
Mary.
Marie. Sorry, Marie. Right?
Mary?
Was it Mary? Marie? Because it's with an
Mari.
I. Yeah.
Yeah, Mary.
She had pulled up, took out, or found a lot of her books, like where she kept names, phone numbers, addresses, and they're all like upper class, higher than blue collar.
Okay.
People.
Oh, it's free online.
Oh, what?
Nice.
No. I need to post.
Yeah, every day there's more. So now they're saying September 27th, he's in court again. And I don't know why I thought Kohberger was today. It was Rex, but I had it in my mind, okay, Kohberger. And I'm scouring, and it's like, I can't find anything. And then, well, once I got...
I know you asked me, and I didn't even respond. I was like, I have no idea what's going on in the world.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, look at, you've been crazy busy.
I have been.
Yeah, you have been crazy, crazy busy. And yeah. But guys, I think I'm going to call it. We've been doing this for like 2.5 hours almost. So I'm sure everyone's getting tired of my voice.
Hold on. I need to make a note first.
Okay.
David McGowan.
Programmed to... Can't even say a book's name. Damn. But thanks everybody for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And I'm not sure. Are you jamming? I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I got a couple things kind of going through my mind. But yeah, I'll let you guys know in the morning. And you're back to normal schedule tomorrow, my friend?
Yes, ma'am, I am. But nice. I'm not.
You did a really good job on those, by the way. Those look like...
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
For my first time making invitations, I thought that was pretty good.
Oh, it was, yeah, like creative as all hell. I loved it. Yeah, no,
a long
great
time.
job. Yeah, and you know what? They can keep those because they're great bookmarks.
Yes. Oh my God. Finally, someone who's on my same page. My goodness.
Have a good night, friend.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Franky.
Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.
Before we go out, by the way, guys, yep. I got those keychains.
Oh my God, yes.
Ready to send them out. I'll probably be doing that this week. So.
Oh, thank you for that. Like, that is amazing.
my
That
gift to you
is-
guys, because I love all of you. You all have been so great. You've been so good to Franky, and I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, much appreciated from everybody. Absolutely and always. Okay. Have a great night.
Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.